at those changes. Cylinder trims, we do find that we have the ability to offset our injectors. I'm going to do the same thing for my trims here in my cylinder 5 and 6, so ignition trim 5 and 6 are going to be the cylinders associated with that. I'm just going to rescale these quick. I'll say 20 pounds of boost, let's say 17 pounds of boost, let's say here 14 pounds of boost, just give us a little bit of resolution here, 10, 6, 0, and then we can just go here for the rest of these. We can just do something kind of arbitrary because this doesn't really matter a whole lot. Actually, we'll do one here at -2. Oh, try that again here. -2, -5, and then we'll do one here at -8. That should be fine. We're just changing these axes because we only want to apply the correction here in boost. So we want to make sure that this is only going up to -1.5 PSI, which is vacuum. We want to go and account for the full vacuum and boost range. So in this case, looking at the table, we're going to apply this correction here only in boost. I'll say from 10 pounds of boost and higher, just highlight this whole table, and I'll say I'll add 1% more fuel in this case, we can't just type in a value of 1. We have to type in 0.01. That's equivalent of 1% when we're talking about our tables here as far as a percentage scalar goes. If I type in 1, that would be equivalent of multiplying by 100%. We don't want to do that. We only want to add about 1% more in boost on cylinder 5. Now on cylinder 6 here, I'll add a little bit more. So 10 pounds and higher, I'll go in here and I'll say I'll add 2% fuel, so 0.02, and then we'll do Shift Control C commit. Again, we're adding a little bit of fuel on the back 2 cylinders that are more knock prone, more likely to have engine damage, to kind of offset that. This is just going to be for RBs in general, so 25s and 26s, especially the 26. Under fuel trims, we shouldn't need to touch anything here. We're good. Nitrous we're not using, launch we're not using right now, VE fuel tuning. So the next few tables here we definitely need to go and dig into. So the VE fuel tuning, this now needs to be scaled to represent the boost range we plan on running our engine at, so vacuum and into boost. It was previously an alpha N style strategy, and we've turned it from alpha N into speed density. What we need to do here is go into the axes and account for a little bit more than the boost we plan on running. This has 20 pound wastegate springs. I'm not going to go any higher than that. I'm going to set my peak load point in my table to about 5 to 6 PSI higher than the highest I want to run in boost, so I have adequate resolution in the event that it actually overshoots and starts to overboost a little bit. It has data there, it has resolution in the table, so it can calculate the fuel delivery properly. Let me set this to 26 pounds. The next data point I'm going to place here, I'm going to set this at something like 22 pounds. The next one I'll do 18, and I'll go down in 4 PSI increments. So I'll go to 14, I'll go here to 10, I'll go here to 6, I'll go here to 4, and then I can go here to 0. Now, I've split the table here, looking at this. Half of the table is now for boost. The other half I want for vacuum. So I have a lot of resolution, a lot of data points to hit, so I have good repeatable injector pulse width and ultimately air fuel when I'm running the engine. This improves drivability. We're going to spend the majority of the time on this vehicle driving it in vacuum. We're not going to be in boost every second of operation, so we want to make sure we're splitting the table accordingly. So let's go in here and be very specific of how we're setting this up. -1, let's type 1 here at -2, do one at -3.5, do one at -5, let's do one at -7, let's do one at -9, let's do one here at -10, and then we'll do finally one down here at -12.5. That should be good for the total vacuum range and boost range. Now the values in the table need to be tweaked. Also, we need to consider what the axis is going to. This particular engine isn't going to spin out to 9,000, so I don't need my breakpoints to go in that kind of increments. What we can do here is kind of delete some of the breakpoints. We can have our table going out to 7,500, which would be more than sufficient because we're not going to rev it any higher than that. So let's go here and do that. So let's right click into the table. We're going to go into our remove column, and we're going to go and remove our columns here at 9,000. So we're going to say 9,000, click OK. This takes a
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.